Some nights, thinking everything has ended, fear feels colder than the air around you. Lying on the floor, held your breath as footsteps crept closer. The door cracked open, and little did you know, this night would change your life. It was a cold, quiet night. He lay in his small bed, suddenly the sound of footsteps. They were coming closer, and stopped at the door, and he heard him, his father, muttering to himself in that harsh, angry way he always did. Then, from somewhere nearby, his little brother's voice broke the silence. "He's only 4. "Be quiet," my father shouted, his voice like a slap in the air. The little brother started crying, loud, heartbreaking sobs, but instead of comforting him, father yelled even louder. "I told you to stop," he roared. "Something smashed, maybe a glass. If you don't stop crying," he bellowed, "I'll throw you and your mother out of this house." The boy held his breath under the blanket, too scared to move. That's when his parents started fighting. Their voices filled the house like a storm. And then, just as suddenly as it started, it was quiet. And the front door slammed shut so hard it made the walls shake. I didn't move. My heart was heavy, my body frozen. It was terrifying. But this wasn't anything new. Nights like this happened all the time. The next day, the boy overheard his father talking about me. "This school is useless," he said, his voice cold and dismissive. "He should be working in the shop all day, earning something. We don't have money to waste on school." His words sank deep into Chess Boy, but the next morning, the boy still walked to school. It was a long road. He felt older than 60 years, but he was only 13 years, and the days felt lonelier than ever. When school was over, he made my way back home, dragging my feet. He wasn't in any hurry, and the boy saw something on the ground, a piece of paper. He picked it up and stared. It was $50, and with a paper. $50. He couldn't believe his eyes. He'd never held so much money in his life. His mind started racing. Could finally buy the candy he'd been dreaming about, not just for him, but for his little brother too, and there'd still be enough left for his mom. Ran to the market. The candy stalls were like a dream. So many bright colors, so many sweet smells. Everywhere he looked, most of them were on sale for 50% off. He thought about the $50, the words I read on the paper with it. Gave me, maybe, things could get better. It was how this candy, whose love will change the boy's luck and life, or can be the bad thing that will happen to him ever.